Fourth floor, apartment fire confirmed. Hello, I'm Timur, fire chief and duty officer here at the Moabit Fire Station for New Year's Eve. And we've got some extra help today, Aaron.
Hello?
Hey there.
I'm thrilled to be here. You asked for the Berlin Fire Brigade, and here I am. But we picked a special day.
Yes.
Today is New Year's Eve. You know all the reports? It was uncommon for me to experience this type of sensation during a shoot. I usually only get like this when I'm excited. You guys have a poll here too. So Timur, we're here now.
In Moabit. Yeah, Moabit. Right in the neighborhood.
By the way, it's 6 o'clock and people are setting off fireworks like crazy.
It's been ongoing for several hours. As soon as it gets dark, people start acting a little crazy around here. But we're used to it. It's been the same in previous years. I'd like to take you inside with me.
Yes, please. Each of you wanted to be a firefighter. I am one today. There you go.
As you can see, there's already quite a bit missing. So right now, we have our ambulance, a fire engine, and a fire engine from the Volunteer Fire Brigade on their way.
Ambulance? I thought that was always done by paramedics. Isn't that done by the Samaritan Association or something like that?
Yes, but in Berlin, basically almost every ambulance you see driving around is from the Berlin Fire Department.
But how do they support you? Do they also get a call and then you tell them, go over there?
They also provide ambulances for Berlin, dispatched by our control center.
Timur, 6 years ago, we were at the police control center, and back then the big goal was to bring the emergency call centers for fire department and police together. That was 6 years ago, and it was supposed to happen soon. Has it happened yet?
We had the topping out ceremony for a joint control center this year. That wasn't that long ago.
Wow, that was fast.
Now the next steps are being taken.
Currently, the fire department, emergency services, and police are not collaborating.
Exactly.
And in the future, they'll be sitting in one office, let's call it that, and then it'll be like, no, wait, but the colleague here will take over. Now, I'm wondering right away, I've always wanted to know, what is that exactly?
We have a lot of additional devices on the vehicles that require extra power. Now, every incoming vehicle gets plugged in to ensure all devices, lights, and batteries are fully charged when the engine starts and the vehicle drives off.
How many emergency vehicles do we have today?
Today, we're here on duty with a fire engine, a turntable ladder, 2 ambulances, and a truck. And the Volunteer Fire Brigade is also here at the site with another fire engine.
The Volunteer Fire Brigade is here, which means that if I were a member, I wouldn't get paid tonight, but you would?
Yes, exactly. So they're all doing this on a voluntary basis. In addition to their regular jobs, they've decided that instead of celebrating with their families tonight, they're here responding to calls, just like they normally would.
How many calls will they go on today? A lot. How screwed would you be if your colleagues weren't there?
We definitely rely on them. Without them, nothing would work, especially on New Year's Eve and when there are big events. Let's take a look around. I'll show you. This is where we store our gear.
Where are your things?
They're actually already hanging up front. My gear also looks a bit different from the others. We can take a look at it.
Why?
I'm the officer in charge here today.
Head of operations in simple terms, right?
Yes, at least for the units that are here.
But where is the pole? It should be.
No, we have it up front. We always bring our things here. Do you have a pole?
No, there's the pole. Look, you can land easily here too.
Yeah, of course. That's easy on the joints. We'll get dressed here.
I have to say, sorry, and that's exactly what we want to show. They're all people. Police officers, firefighters. Look, a colleague brought a hot water bottle with Nagira. That's so cute.
Let's briefly examine the vehicles currently here. That's our turntable ladder. That's one of the newer models we have now with the Berlin Fire Brigade.
But what could happen on New Year's Eve that you would need a turntable ladder? Well, fires in the roof.
Exactly, fires anyway. What happens a lot on New Year's Eve are fireworks, rockets that get caught somewhere. We have countless balcony fires because people leave their balcony chairs outside on the balcony, and then a rocket flies in and it starts to smolder. Especially with the turntable ladder, we can go up to 30 meters high and take a look.
Can I steer it later if someone has to go up there?
I don't think I can trust you with that just yet.
Whoa, can I sit in here for a bit?
Yeah, you can. You can.
You can hear it. There was a bang just now. That wasn't a legal firecracker.
I don't think that was children's fireworks either.
That's really precision work.
Above all, you have the basket here, which also restricts your field of vision a bit.
That's true.
And you're steering the vehicle. It's just not like a regular car. Our fire truck is coming back right now. That's what we'll be riding on tonight.
Yeah, I see it.
They're heading back right now. They were just on a call.
We're talking about New Year's Eve in Berlin, Moabit. How many times will we drive in and out today?
Maybe we'll only go out once and won't come back until the end.
What is that?
That's our truck tail lift. It's also an emergency vehicle, basically a truck with blue lights. There's nothing in the back, but we can load it up with oil absorbents like we saw earlier when contaminated hoses need to be transported away. After a fire, they are full of soot, which is carcinogenic, and that must not be transported back to the crew cabin. This equipment then comes in and transports the dirty hoses away.
That's what we're driving today.
Exactly. Your seat will be up here in the front.
No!
Exactly. Go ahead and get in.
For real?
As you can see, there's limited space.
Incredibly.
The entire fire engine crew will be sitting here later. On the side where I'm sitting now.
What are we attaching here?
That's where they hang their masks, for example, their respirators.
Ah, okay. And you sit in the front?
I sit in the front right, exactly. And then I have a driver, the machinist.
Cool, but also very convenient for getting out.
Exactly. Here's my seat up front. We're a bit ahead of the police in that regard.
Congratulations.
We can pull up mission maps on the tablet here. We can display hydrants, and we have three-dimensional views.
Can we also use it to locate the closest McDonald's for lunch?
Unfortunately, there's no search function for that.
Look, even in 3D, how cool is that? No way.
We're at the fire station right now. When we're on our way and we know there's supposed to be a fire in a building somewhere, I can check beforehand how many floors the building has, if it has a backyard, where the hydrants are, and I can pass that information on to the team and so on. And that definitely makes things easier.
Awesome.
Exactly. And I can see all the units that are heading there. Right. Now all the colleagues are already gathering down there because they're taking over from each other.
So now it's shift change.
Exactly. And this is my office now. This is Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Hello.
He is my deputy.
And you also have the iPad.
We have an iPad here belonging to the Deputy Watch Department leader. He keeps an eye out when I'm not paying attention.
Now you have to come over and ask the child directly. May I ask how old you are?
Yes, 24.
24 and already a chief officer?
Yes, you have to start early.
Are you Grisou, the little dragon, and have you finally made it?
You know, I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm happy to work here. Yes. Then you have your protective trousers here. We'll get you some braces right away.
Can I get one of those cool axes to break down doors in an emergency?
No, unfortunately not. Your duty helmet is over there on the chair.
Really?
Does it fit?
Sure.
The thing is, we change clothes for every assignment.
What?
Whenever the pager beeps, we go downstairs and put on these clothes.
Am I not allowed to come up here with them? No, we have a very strict separation there. Why?
Dirty clothes contain many carcinogenic substances.
Oh, okay.
After a fire operation or when rolling up dirty hoses, there are many substances on them that we don't want in our main building. If you sit down on the chair with them on, they'll end up on the chair too, and the next person will pick them up and spread them around.
The technology has changed. Now, when the alarm sounds, it's time to act.
Exactly. And the most important thing, Aaron, I have for you right here. This is a pager.
Awesome. I get everything from you guys, and the police are always stingy with a pistol.
What can I say? Exactly. When it beeps, there's an announcement that the fire truck is being alerted. Head straight to the vehicle hall. That's where it starts. We get change there and then we're off.
So it starts right away. That means what happens if I'm on the toilet?
That's unfortunate. Hold it in. Everything must stop. When we're cooking, when we're eating, when we're in the toilet, everything must be interrupted.
And then I slide down here, then I come running over here and get dressed.
Exactly. And then we get on the vehicle and head out.
Does a slip of paper come out then?
Here is our alarm printer, and then a slip of paper comes out here.
What does it say? In Fireman Sam, it would say Aaron Troshky was barbecuing and burned himself.
Exactly. We always see the keyword. In this case, it was fire. We also see some information. What was burning? Here it was, a clothing container, burning, and cars were in danger. Then we see the street. That was nearby here in Moabit. And down here we see the vehicles. Our fire engine drove here along with another fire engine from a different station.
And the colleague on the phone records all of that? Exactly. And he types it so fast without any spelling mistakes. Incredible.
I also have all of that digitally on the tablet, which we looked at earlier.
You guys are really good. The police must be jealous of you, right?
The tablet is actually one of those things. We've got all the staff we've got today. We've got almost 3 times as many people on the streets today as on normal days. Now we're entering the communal area.
Wow, the doors are all open.
Yeah, these are the bedrooms. We have to air them out a bit.
Oh, there really are bedrooms? Can we take a look at one? People really sleep here?
They rest. They rest. We're not sleeping after all.
Guys, you just saw the Berlin Fire Brigade's restrooms. They're great. You can sleep well there. Oh, look at this. Is there still a New Year's Eve party today?
Well, the Fire Brigade is actually, we like to celebrate it. We enjoy coming to work even on New Year's Eve. We'll see if we get a chance to eat here later. Here is the kitchen.
Now we're going into the kitchen? No! Oh no, they're making a sausage and I'm fasting. No, there's a minced meat hedgehog. No. I always notice that the colleagues in the Berlin police force are very close-knit. They stick together and fight for each other. Is it the same with the fire department, or do you sometimes push each other into the fire?
No, it doesn't work at all if we try to play against each other here. We do everything together. We make breakfast together, we cook lunch together, and dinner too. We go out on calls together. Sometimes we spend 12 hours together, and it has to work. Everyone has to trust each other. Especially now, in case of a fire or other emergency, you must put your life in someone else's hands.
I just want to point out, I'm faster than the chief officer.
Well, I don't think so, Aaron.
Oh.
Come on, Aaron, quick.
Yes, sorry.
We're heading to a burning used clothes container on the sidewalk next to a house wall.
What's happening now?
Yeah, trash containers are burning. Trash containers are burning?
A classic on New Year's Eve, right?
We'll see, yeah. It could be big or small.
It's very cramped, so we're getting very close today, but I'm looking forward to it. So he's going to the rubbish bin to see what's going on, right?
Our chief officer, Timur, is driving up now. He'll either confirm the situation or check the backyard first if it's there. And he'll let us know over the radio what we can do. And then we start working.
It should be here now, but I don't see it yet.
Right, top right, there it is.
The used clothes container is on fire. They said we have to break it open.
The clothes container is on fire. We can get a bit closer. Yes, and now we have to see. We have to see if we can get the clothes container open. I've decided that we should use a little more water after all. We actually have small fire extinguishers like bucket pumps. But that won't be enough, because there's definitely a lot of combustible material in there.
You can see how the light is, so when we open it now, something will come at us.
One of the colleagues has now also put on a breathing apparatus. Now we have to open it, and then quickly put out the fire there. Please close the window.
Thumbs up, he's heard it.
It's pointless if smoke enters the apartment, causing people to suddenly cough and wonder why. He just puts water on it now and cools down the entire container.
That's really smart. I would have opened it and sprayed inside, but just cooling it and spraying from above is better.
Exactly. We're cooling down the contents first. We'll still need to open it, as there will definitely be many clothes packed tightly inside. And we'll have to pull them apart and then dispose of them. Right? The colleagues here are the hydrants.
Oh no.
You can't see it yet, but it's underneath there.
Well, if the police return with 2 cars, there isn't much happening.
Actually, the police have been out all night. They've got all their forces.
Oh, they're coming just because of us?
They're coming because of us.
So that no crooks show up?
Exactly.
But now the important question is, what happened that you need protection?
It's very difficult to explain. It's not just this year or since last year. We've been under attack for a long time. On New Year's Eve, we were pelted with fireworks, firecrackers, and rockets. Our equipment gets stolen or things are just vandalized. We get lured into ambushes, barricades are set on fire. The transition from 2022 to 2023 was particularly critical. There were cases where colleagues were lured into ambushes with their emergency vehicles. There was massive shooting with pyrotechnics at the emergency personnel.
Okay.
Fire extinguishers were thrown, with one slamming into the windshield of a fire truck where my colleague and buddy was sitting.
Wow.
Equipment compartments were ripped open and our materials were stolen. We had many injured colleagues.
You're all setting up really quickly here. How long will it take you to dismantle everything?
That goes pretty quickly. We want to be ready for action again as soon as possible. We just have to see what we can do right now. As I said, because the fire load in this container is so high, we need to bring in some heavier equipment. A colleague is getting a spreader now.
That's the well-known spreader from Spiegel Television.
And he's going to use it to open it now. Exactly.
The colleague likely has fireproof gloves.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise, that could get very hot.
Yes, definitely.
Look, it's still burning inside.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought the colleague had a lot...
Yeah, but because the fire load in there is so high.
Wow, I thought he easily pumped hundreds of liters in there. And you just told me that I should always put this visor down?
Exactly. That's the visor we wear, especially when we're under fire later, sometimes with pyrotechnics. Unfortunately, we have to prepare ourselves for that. And this is the safety visor that protects our eyes and prevents anything from getting caught underneath.
The colleagues from the police just said that the one on the right has already caught fire today. Trash cans too. So it could be that we might have to come back here again today, which nobody really wants to do. But a group of teenagers is apparently setting off firecrackers for the first time and is going wild.
We actually have a problem right now. The hydrant is broken. Cool. That means we can't get any water to put out the fire. The guys have to find another hydrant right now, because our fire engine only has a limited amount of water.
How much is in there?
1,200 liters. That might sound like a lot.
Do you know how much he has already put in?
That was definitely 400 to 500 liters already.
So half of it has already gone in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wow. Now he's using the well-known spreader again. And that's the spreader that opened everything in the boat museum.
That's what you say.
It's not yours. Yours is over there.
No, ours is over there. Exactly.
The shovel is now being used to check for any remaining sources of fire.
Exactly. I just got the update, so it's actually almost 1,000 liters of water.
1,000 liters of water went in there?
Exactly. You can see how quickly it is used. About 400 liters per minute come out of the nozzle.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's used up pretty quickly.
Do we refill at a hydrant then?
We'll refill there now so we can report ourselves ready for action again immediately. Since we didn't use any breathing air and the hoses aren't that contaminated or dirty, we'll pack everything up again and be ready for action.
Now it's being sprayed again.
The colleague confirmed it using the thermal imaging camera. Temperatures now hover around 30 degrees. Now he's just watering it again for safety.
Make sure the colleagues don't come back. Really?
Then we'll pack up together and report ourselves ready for duty again.
I was just wondering why it's so well lit. You guys turned on the lights.
Yes, we have a light mast up there that can be extended or retracted. And then we can make it nice and bright here.
And what's running out here right now, is that the leftover water from the hoses?
Exactly. What's coming out now is basically from the tank. That means it's full. This is the rest that's already overflowing again. And the rest is now all from the hoses, exactly. I'm writing the incident report on my tablet right now.
Wow, digital.
Exactly. I don't have to sit down at the station anymore and write the incident report. We have all of that digitally now. I have my colleagues here now who are currently with me on the fire truck, and I can write the incident report right here. Write down what we just did, what activities took place here, the police case number is entered here, and then the report is filed digitally, and that's it.
The first call went well, but troublemakers soon arrived, arguing with the fire department unnecessarily. They talked to people, asking what was happening, claiming the neighborhood as theirs. It was my first call after coming to Berlin. The young people who were just there and ran from the police, of course, came back and started throwing the first firecrackers in our direction. So it's somehow really strange and somehow just like it is reported in the news.
Especially when you take a look, they're all teenagers. How old could they be? 12, 13 years old. And then to act like this here and pretend to be tough guys, that's really anything but nice.
The first operation was extremely exciting. Sitting in there with 5 people is already like a Ryanair flight, I have to say. I compared it a bit to Ryanair in there. It's really very cramped. But you really notice the dynamic among the colleagues. I mean, it's really intense here. Yeah, fire's out. What gets me is the teenagers running around and arguing, and I'm thinking at that age I was watching Thomas the Tank Engine or something.
Above all, we have to think about it. It's just 8 o'clock. That was just a burning used clothes container, and we already had 15, maybe 20 teenagers there towards the end.
Who were talking nonsense.
They were hindering our work and causing a disturbance. Exactly. Now it's time to get the vehicle ready. The colleagues are replacing the hoses. Then we'll change clothes and try to grab a quick meal or drink.
Everyone is still eating now during the calm before the storm, but an announcement was made. Timur, what happened now?
We just had an incident in Wedding. Now the entire Seestrasse is underwater. There was a water pipe burst, and it seems to have such a big impact that now the water pressure has been reduced across a large area here in Berlin. At our station, there's little water from the tap. At the scene, we might get less water from the hydrant. That's why we need to keep an eye on that now.
But it will also mean that a lot of people will call you and the police and say our water isn't working.
We just had a case where a colleague got a call. Someone called the station directly and said there was little water coming out in her kitchen and we should take care of it. We then politely told her to be a little patient due to the current hectic situation on Seestrasse.
Fire on the 3rd floor. Many upset people due to the large crowd. It's incredible how quickly numerous firefighters arrived on the scene to help. Unbelievable.
You couldn't see this hand anymore.
I don't understand how you can see the fire brigade here and 2 meters away there's fireworks.
On the backside, frightened people were standing there wanting to jump. The smoke got into their apartments. 4th floor, apartment fire confirmed.
Fire confirmed!
Yes, sir.
We are here in a hotspot area, and that means the police are securing all operations.
There's a fire, and here they have fireworks. Maybe it's also the incompetence of the people. Now the colleagues from the police are coming.
They're chasing each other, man. Look at this.
Above all, that's father and son.
It's dark. You can hear voices. It's creepy.
That's actually a well-known caller too.